One more person left, Ranga. So Ranga is joining. He's messaged me that he have done some night shift. So okay, fine. So wait one more time, 1 more minutes.
Hi Siddharth,
Yeah.
what is today's topic?
Today topic is VPN server.
Okay. Please share your screen.
I already shared.
No, I am not able to.
Now able to share? Now able to see?
Yes. Recording is started, right?
Yeah, recording started. So all persons join. So I'm going to start. Ranga, are you able to see my screen? Hello?
Yes, Siddharth.
Are you
Yeah, I
able-
can see.
Okay. So everybody persons have seen my screen, I guess. So recording also started. So today topic is VPN server. So now of this pandemic situations, you guys often, you are working working from home. So definitely company has provided you the laptop, and that all the laptops are VPN enabled. Okay. So the today topic, how it's going to happen here. Okay. So today I just show you the how I can connect the VPN, but it's not work through external network. It's work through the same network, but domain unjoined machines can connect the domain controller through the VPN, and after that it can work the different IP address of the domain controller. Okay. So we will do this based on this VPN configurations and all. So let's think that pictures. Okay. So generally VPN is required. Those are the sales guy of the company or marketing guy. They are mobile user. That means they are moving around the every world and all whatever. And once they are connecting the laptop over the internet, and they can connect the directly company portals or company networks, and they can easily access the company applications or whatever their needs. So this is called the VPN. And other side of the VPN, it is in the same building, and the servers were there, and the server is also connected to the switch, and other computers are connecting the same networks. So here we will create the scenario that's my VPN server. First I will build my VPN server, and the VPN server have two ports. One through ports, it's connected to the internet. Another port, it's connecting to the local networks. So the last day we also try, before Diwali we also tried to the same things, but there was happened, my network was not supporting VM network was not supporting to connect my base machines networks, and after do some certain changes and modification, the issue has been solved. So here in my workstation machines, if you see, this is the VPN servers, and now in VPN servers can also access the internets. If I go to facebook.com or whatever, we can able to access the internets. And now these machines, it's taking internets from my base machine. If we supposed to do that, how I can create? I have created one networks, and that's adapter, not even connected to VMnet 0, it's connected to the bridge networks, right? Now in the bridge networks, it's also the virtual machine connected to the VM endpoints. Understand the concept. The virtual machines, bridge mode means virtual machine is not able to connect directly to the base machine networks. No. The virtual machine directly connected to the endpoints, VMware network endpoints. If you are supposed to go there in in edit option, virtual network editor, from there I also created another networks which is directly bridged connection between my base machine networks. From there, the data are getting flow to my virtual machines. Is it clear or no? So let's say if these networks are,
Can you again, sir?
I am
One
telling
time.
you, okay, let me open another paint and try and understand this concept. So generally what I am doing, let's say this is my virtual machines, right? And this is the virtual machines are connected to the VMware workstation. Now if I suppose to create one NIC card and I make this NIC card as a bridge mode, that means I am adding this virtual machines network to the flat, whatever the platform they have, they will connect it through these networks. But these machines, keep in mind, this machine under the VM workstation, it is not at all connected to my base machine networks. This is my base machine networks. Now it is connected under the VMware workstation endpoint. From there I have created another networks that is called VMware workstation networks, that is connected to my base machine networks. Okay, that is connected to my base machine networks, and under this base machine network, once it connected, it's broadcasting the traffic. That's why it is getting connected through internet. Clear or not? Is this clear or not?
Clear, sir.
Yeah.
If you show the practical, it will be more understandable.
Sorry?
If you show the practical, it would be more understandable.
No.
Concept is clear. Concept is clear.
Okay, it's not the part of VPN. I'm just telling you how I can create the connections and set up my walls. Let's say I have the for primary NIC card, and the primary NIC card I'll just make them network connection and keep them bridge. The bridge means you are creating pool between your workstation machine and your base machine. But the problem is your workstation machines, it's running under VMware workstation. It's basically software. So to make a bridge, you need to define endpoint networks under the VMware workstation that can sync my base machine NIC card, and that networks will be created here in the virtual networks. From there I have created another networks, and this is syncing, it's a syncing through my base machines and providing the internet. Fine, this is the concept. Now what I do,
So one more doubt.
yeah,
If we create one more virtual machine, the connectivity, if we selected a bridge mode,
yeah, it will work. It will work.
it will work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because here, that understand the concept. Here it is broadcasting the traffic. No, whoever their bridge network can catch that traffic.
Got it. Again, no need to create the
Yeah. Again, no need to create the endpoint same way.
right. Got it.
Okay. So now, same the VPN servers I will create and define another VM NICs. Okay. That's because of my internal network. Because the VPN server I want to make it is a domain controller, and I will show you the client machines is not the part of domain controller, but he can access the client networks as well. Okay. Yeah. This is my VMnet 0, not bridge. Perfect. Now guys, whenever you are performing the domain controller operations, domain controller, keep it in mind, while you implementing the domain controller cannot be work in the multiple network cards. So in that case you have to disable your internet. So I am making this here, rename, it's for the WAN and this is for the LAN. I hope you understand. WAN for is getting connected to the external world, and LAN for the new network LAN. So I am just, see, if I go to the properties, you see the IP address of that, and this is my base machine IP address as well. See, same network range. Got same network range, same DNS and all. So here in that case, I'll just make them disabled, just disabled. Okay, and here I'll put these. Sorry, make it 10. Perfect. Now I'm just going to promote the domain controller first. Hello. Not now. Okay, so the same things, I'll just promote the domain controller as usual. So as usual, I'll promote the server. So as usual, it will be going to restart. Okay, so now what I do, I'll install the role. Okay, first let's create on users and groups. Few users have to create, those are the VPN, I mean they can help us to connect the server for the VPN. So that is the domain users. Okay, that is domain admin. So apart from this, I'm creating small other few set of users. So one user I have created Ranga, another user I will create and okay, and side by side I need one security groups which is required for NPS, that means network policy servers configurations. Underscore users, universal groups. Fine. Okay, so now what we do, we'll just root add roles and features. From there I'll just configure direct access or remote access, whatever you need. Okay, so now what I need to do, just go to the administrative tools. Either you can go there or not, go to the from there tools, and then there is options called routing and remote access. So as you see guys, as you know, this is the default options is by default showing RAID. That means engine was not created. So now we are going to create the engine. So here I'll just make it configure and enable routing and remote access. So here, as you know, many things I can do. I can create router, I can create NAT, many things I can do. For this time I will create remote access dial-up VPN. Okay, so just 2 minutes, VPN access. So first one is the remote access dial-up VPN, dial-up or VPN. Okay, but before that, do not forget to re-enable your disabled networks that you have disabled. WAN. Okay, and also check that whether internet is running or not. Exactly, it's working fine. So this time I will select these options called VPN and dial-up. A VPN server, also called the VPN gateway, can receive connection from the remote clients through the internet. Okay, so now I'm going to click next. Here it's showing to enable VPN client to connect to this server, at least one network interface must connect to the internet. So as I have created LAN and WAN, so I will select WAN. So enable security on the selected interface by setting up static packet filters. Static packet filters allow VPN traffic to gain access this server through the selected interface. Whatever the default options, keep it same. Click on next. Now here it's showing you can select the method for assigning IP addresses to the remote clients. How do you want IP address to assign to the remote client? Either you have to go automatically, that means in infrastructure if you have the DHCP setup, okay, so through the DHCP he can take the IP address automatically, or if you do not have the DHCP, then you select from a specified range of address. Now here you have to create your VPN routing tables. Okay, so I am selecting it is on one different networks, 172.168.10.10 to 172.168.10.250. That means how many users can connect? 241 users or 241 computer can connect the VPN server. Okay, then click on next. Okay, here the radius server concept I am telling you. Although the routing and remote access can authenticate connection request, large network that include multiple remote access servers often used radius server for centralized authentication. Right now, as we are using AD, so we are not dedicatedly using radius servers. In case if you are not supposed to involve AD, then you need a radius server for the centralized authentication. Radius server is actually there to centralized authenticate the users. Okay, so I am not taking a radius server as of now, just clicking on the next, and once I click on finish, your VPN configure server is configured successfully. Now see, this is the VPN server was created. Okay, now if you click on the network interface, you see there is a WAN and another is the LAN. Okay, these are the different networks. Ports, this is the very vital things, because here many other ports here. Once your machines or client are connected, you will see the status should be showing active instead of inactive. Right now I do not have any client machines, so all the ports are showing inactive states. So that I will show you after create connections. Now remote access clients, right now I do not have any clients that can connect through the VPN. So the VPN client access clients right now it's showing 0. And the remote access logging policy, this is for to create the NPS, that means network policy servers. I will show you that part. So as of now, this is fine that my server is can connect VPN, and this is the IPv port. Through even you can configure DHCP relay, whatever you have, whatever the things you have, you can do. So let's say configure the VPN client for the client machines. Okay, so this is my client machines, right? Okay, so let's okay. Now what I need to do, Okay, perfect. Now I am here in network sharing center. Okay. In network sharing centers, what I need to do, I will set up a new connections and networks. Here there is an option connected to the internet, set up a broadband or dial-up, or set connected to a workplace. So I am connected to my workplace. There is an option use my internet connections. Another one is dial directly. Okay, so I am selecting this option. And internet options, I need to set a VPN client internet IP address. That means one 192.168.0.2.
That is IP address of domain controller.
No, not the domain controller IP address, it's a WAN IP address. It's a WAN IP address, okay? 192.168.0.2. That is destination, whatever you know. Either you can use smart card or remember my credential or whatever. Allow the people for this connection. Exactly. A VPN connection is created. Now you have to go. See, this is our currently disconnected state. Once you click on connect, okay, so here you will ask you domain user ID and password. For your reference, you can set any of the user ID and password to connect. Let's say I'm creating for the Ranga, so bt/Ranga the authentication protocol type required to authentication of the remote access connection is not installed on your computer. So it might have the problem that there's the options I'm going to sorry, let's say I'm putting the Ranga. So here, just once you go to the AD, just clear on the dial-up option. That means control access through NPS network policy. Right now I do not have any NPS configured. So in that case, you have to make them allow access, right? And after that, I will try that what is working on Ranga. See, the Ranga is connected, right?
The screen is hanged, I think.
Sorry?
Screen is hanged in one place. Server manager, local server is screen showing now. Same screen appearing, not changing anything.
No, I am able to see properly.
Maybe your network issue now.
Okay, I'll rejoin again to the call.
I will perfect the running screen.
So okay, no problem, rejoin.
Okay.
So Siddharth, now here we are connected and we can see in that routing part as well, right? The connected one.
Yeah, just a minute. Give me 1 minute. I'm coming from washroom. Just a minute.
Yeah, now it's fine.
Okay.
What Mantesh? What you ask?
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಕನೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಆಯ್ತಲ್ಲ ಸೊ ರೌಟಿಂಗ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಶೋ ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಿತ್ತು ಮಗ
Who is connected, right? In that.
ರೈಟ್ ದ ವಿಚ್ IP address.
ಮತ್ತೆ ಫೈರ್ವಾಲ್ ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಏನು
ಎಕ್ಸ್ಕ್ಲೂಷನ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್
ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎನೇಬಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದಲ್ಲ ಫೈರ್ವಾಲ್. If we are in
ಕೇಳೋಣ ತಡಿ ಅವನ ಪ್ರಕಾರ
port, we need to open, yeah.
Yes, you can ask that question. I don't know about that. So ಈಗ ನಾವು ಸದ್ಯಕ್ಕೆ like I am using the global product VPN for my organization purpose. So last time Ranga Siddharth told that do you remember that organization will use the third party applications like the global protect, so which provide the more authentication and it will be like more reliable.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, I'm back. So just understand the concept, because see here it is also there are two options, right? As I have selected two options, one is the internet network, another is the VM networks, right? Just consider the things. My client machines is not connected in the VM network, it's connected to the bridge network, that means internets. It's somehow connected in the internets. As you are not the local user, you are roaming users, so you are moving around the worlds. So wherever you go, connect your internet, and then only you are able to connect your VPN machines, right? Now in VPN machines, let's see, just a minute, I'm trying to ping domain controller IP address. Okay, so for that only, it will not ping because I have connected through the external outer resources.
You are not joining this to domain?
No, it is not joining this to the domain. It's actually I'm creating the VPN based on the internet connection. That is why VPN na. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, I think 11 or 10.
Just a minute, let me check. Oh, sorry.
It's 10 now.
So what you are telling, why we have not added that client into domain?
Just a minute, hold on. See, here the domain controller IP also pinging. Just understand the concept. I am these machines not even in the same domain controller networks, but another sites I have created that VPN on that particular server. That means, come to that pictures. That means this is the domain controller, and this segment IP address is 10.10.10.10, right? I mean, that is the networks, and this segment IP address, it's a WAN. Let's say something else, maybe 192, 168, whatever is the WAN absence, no problems. or something else. Okay. Now these are the roaming users. These are any part of the world, they can connect it through the internets. Now once they enable the internets and trying to access domain controller IP address that we have created for the WAN IP address, they are directly connected to the office networks. Now from this office networks, this machine, just think of it, every machine they have different IP. Even I am telling you, this machine not have static IP address. This client machine not have static IP address. If I go there, see, this is a DHCP IP address. I am not sure what is the IP address. Once I connect the VPL dial options, the entire machines is connecting to the office networks. Now in office networks, if I ping my domain controller IP address, it's pinging. Okay? If I ping my bt.coms, it is also pinging. That means it is a part of the networks. Now, in Office, any of the applications are running, the user can access this application over the VPN. The concept is clear or not? Again, I am telling you guys, there is a two networks. One is custom V network, which is on VNet 0. Another is the bridge network, which is connected through WAN. And all my client machines are not connected through this VNet. This is a bridge network over internets. Now once I connect the dial-up, VPN connection, it is directly come to the BT networks without even, the client is not even part of domain join machines. Okay, let's wait because server is on hang. Wait. Because as I have created the DHCP endpoint, so it will be sync, and for the time being the server will be hung. That will be, we have to tolerate this one. Okay, so here in the client machines can able to get the network inside the office, but they are in different networks, and also I can show you they are not even part of the company domain. If I go to the server managers, you can see it's a work group. How come I can connect? That is VPN boss. Is it clear to everyone?
Yes, that we understood. So let's consider if this client machine is in domain. So what should I have to do for VPN connection?
You can connect that in the, see, I just, instead of creating domain, try to understand the concept of VPN. Let's say your office is in Mumbai, right? And you are staying in Pune. So now due to lockdown, you are not supposed to go into office. Now, if you are not supposed to go into your office, either your machine workgroup or domain, what is the matter? No matter. Because it will not sync and you are not supposed to connect the networks, right? Is it okay or not?
Yeah.
Okay.
Getting.
Now, what you guys are connected to your office network based on the VPN. So, what matter that your machine is domain or it's a work groups? No matter. Through the VPN, you have connected your machine over the internet through the VPN. You dial up your VPN connection that is connected to over the internet. It will connect it to your Radius servers and authenticated you. Then after it comes to the NPS policy, and then you are directly connected to the office networks. Now through this office networks, you can access over any websites, any portal of websites, everything you can access. Okay, now let's guys, it will be more easier for you to understand if I create one website under this domain controller, so that you can access that website from your client machine once you are connected to the VPN. Clear? Let's I'm creating one website. So for that only, I will supposed to be go and okay, let's see. See, my phone was crashed. I have already installed it web IIS there. Now from there, I will create one page so that it could be easier for you to understand what is the benefit of company networks. So let's create one of the websites there. So for this I have to go C drive, inetpub, www-root and IIS start. So just so this is my sites. I'm going to save it, and that is currently reachable on this 10 series networks. If I added one machine into that domain and if I added the VPN, both will be the same. I'll show you. So if I go to the browsers and now I'll just access. See, page is browsing. Okay. Now, for your information, guys, I am adding one of the machines into the domain. Okay. Okay. Perfect. So for that only, this is my client machines. So I'll just make them into the. And this is, I make them into the domain client. Let them restore the snapshot. Okay, for your information, I'm showing you through VPN client. Okay, first I'm doing stop my VPN access. So I'm going to disconnect it. So now I will try to access my domain controller web page. Okay, so for that only I'm going to the IIS. It will not work. Simple, it will not work. It's normal internet connected, that's it. It's showing some like that. Now what I do, I will make the first VPN enabled. Connected. It's my machine is connected. Now I can ping even I can ping bt.com as well. Now I will try to access the same websites from there. See, do you understand the concept of VPN? Now you guys understand the concept of VPN?
Yes, Siddharth.
Yes.
That means whenever you are enable your client machines, you can directly convert into the company portals, company networks. And now whatever your company assets, let's say your websites, your any software, you can access through this VPN. So you are the roaming user, you are not supposed to working through the office premises. So that in office premises, guys, if I create one machine, add them into the domain controller, that means they are connecting through the office premises. So that is normal, they can easily access. But in nature is you guys, you are actually the salespersons, you are moving around the world, one place to another place. Let's say you are connecting your machines to connect certain, send your mail to your boss. Now you are in New York airport. While you are traveling from New York to Canada, and from after Canada you reach, you got a certain call from your boss that you need to send immediate mail. From Canada airport you are sending one mail. How it possible? Just because of VPN client. So I think you guys, it is clear to you, right?
Yeah, yes, Siddharth. So let me clear one point.
Mm-hmm.
So in my organization, so I am using the GP, that is Global Protect, that is the third party application, right? So
I am
in
not
that I
telling-
used to put.
That is a third party. I am hearing you the features of Microsoft. Because
Okay. Let me clear that part first. So I will be putting the VPN address into that Global Protect, and I'll just click on OK, and then I have to put my credentials, and it will get connected. So I'm just asking. So here now you have shown that the Microsoft products, right?
Exactly.
So, and in my organization I'm using the GP product.
exactly. So GP product you
So
are using.
so
it is-
how organization, they will think like why they are using the third-party application, why they are saying,
It's simple. If they are giving you GP product in your client machine, that means you are using GP client. The same thing, GP server, they have installed your company networks. Right. Now from the client machine, once you are dialing the server address, it is directly connected to the internets and connected to the GP servers and get you connected over the networks. That's it. Clear and simple.
So they'll think the GP product is more reliable.
Sorry?
Cisco AnyConnect and
Cisco
any other.
AnyConnect, exactly. Cisco AnyConnect, or you can see the Landmaster, or you can see many other products available in the markets.
Okay, that's fine. So why organizers will think like, so apart from using the Microsoft product, they will use the third-party application?
It's a totally depends on the cost. That means Microsoft, they also cannot allow you too much of VPN clients. They also need a license. Same wise, another Cisco VPN, they also need the license. Everywhere, so whenever, as per the demand and security, whoever is providing extra security, companies go with them, because you are connecting your machine through VPN. Now any hacker nearby you, and he can track your VPN, and if, let's say, if you are not provided any encryptions, he can hack your networks and easily can access the company networks. You even don't know your network session has been hacked. Now whatever the financial data you have, everything will be finished. Is it clear to you or not?
Yeah, clear, sir.
Yes.
Perfect. Now we will supposed to be go. My VPN portions is clear to you. Now you guys understood that any of the machine over the internet can access the internet, can access my official sites. Everything is okay. Anand, is clear to you, right? Anand and Mahantosh?
Yeah, clear.
Yes.
Perfect. Now what we will do, we will implement the policy. That means last time I have checked that allow connection Ranga, but if instead of Ranga, if I doing my own name, so will not able to connect, because every time I have to connect. Now it's not possible, right? Everyone individually providing this access, it's not possible. That's what I create groups. Now what I do, I will create NPS policy, network policy servers, allow that control accounts, groups, and later on, who is the part of these groups can easily access the VPN. Is it clear or not? Okay, let's do it. So I'm in now VPN servers. So as usual, I'll just go to the remote access management. So right now see, it's showing Ranga is connected through PPTP. How many times, what is the duration? 6 minutes you have connected. And he is getting the IP address from the ISP, Internet Service Provider 192.168.10.0. As you guys, I told you, okay, REST Management Console, yeah. So as I got showed you, now you can see in the remote access client, Ranga is showing, Ranga is connected, and the status is not NAP capable. That means network access policy. Policy I have not yet created, so that is why showing that not NAP capable. So number of ports. If I go to the ports, you can see one active port will be here. So which is the active port? We have to find it out. Yeah, see that only this port was active, and through this WAN mini port PPTP VPN3 was connected, and everything is connected through these protocols. Clear? Now here, routing access logging policy. So here you have to create the policy. Either you have to go launch NPS, there's options. In the launch NPS, there's a network policy, right? You can create a new policy from there, but better I will say you just select and create the duplicate policy. Clear? In this duplicate policy, you just click on there and click on policy enabled. First you have to do policy enabled and grant access, because as we have a challenge is what, that the users, if let's say they wants to connect through the VPN, they must need to allow access in the DC, then only they will able to connect. But I need the bulk of users who is the part of the VPN groups. No need. The policy will be automatically applied and they will automatically connect it. Clear? And next is grant access, and there is also deny access. Whatever the policy you build, it will apply accordingly. Right? Type of network access servers, unspecified, remote desktop gateway, whatever you need. So whatever your requirement you can do. Okay. Next is condition. Okay. Condition VPS RAS vendor, here's there. So okay, just a minute. Constraint, authentication method, session timeout, called dimensions, authentication method. Settings standard. Just click on remove. From there click on add. So now here I will just select my domain group, user groups. Okay, so I have to add the groups from where? My bt.com. That means VPN underscore user. Okay, now whoever is the part of VPN underscore users, the policy will be applied. What the policy? Policy enabled grant access. That's it. Now if I go to the constraint, authentication method you can modify. Let's say you need to enable the encrypted authentication CHAP. CHAP means channel handshake access protocols. Okay, it's a dual tier protocols, acknowledgement, various kind of things. You can use PAP, point to point protocol, SPAP. You can allow the edge encrypted authentications, many things. Ideal timeout, that means it's saying right now it's not configured. If you want to configure, then if any users, let's say 1 minute or 1 hour is idle, you will be disconnected from the VPN to, in order to preserve the bandwidth. You can do this policy. Next is session timeout, same things. Call station ID, allow access only for the number of call station ID. This is the different things. Delay and time restriction, that means you can allow them from this edit that every day the users 9 AM to 6 PM can connect the VPN. Rest of the part you will not supposed to do. Through this you can apply the policy. Next is NAS port types. That means if you are using if you want to connect the storage, that means VPN user want to connect the company storage, so through this you can apply this policy. Next is settings. Okay, so settings is IP settings, which is in case of any Redis servers you need to assign the some ports and all that, so you need to do it. So I'm clicking on OK, but before that I am changing here in the name. That means I am changing that NAP, just name, just policy. I'm changing the name. Once you can apply and then OK. So NAP has been created, right? Now I'm showing you that if I go to the go to the options, that part. DSA.MSC. From there I am just adding, that means with this group VPN users, I'm adding Sid, I'm adding Mantesh, I'm adding Anand. Only 3, because Ranga already I have enabled that VPN, but this 3% not yet done. So after click on apply, after click on apply, if we click on the Anand, just a minute. Dial in the same control access through NPS network policy. I'm showing you Anand can connect the VPN client without enabling his control access. Okay, so I'm going to there. Disconnect. Now here BT/Anand now is Anand connected, right? I have not changed anything. Now what I do, I will remove Anand from the users access groups, that means that policy groups, and then I will try again. It is now connected because session is already accepted, no problems. And next time BT/Anand spellings is right. AND, okay. Oh, okay, sorry, the policy has already applied, so that cannot be reverted. So I'm just creating another users. Okay, that will be more easier for you because policy already applied. So I'm creating one more users. So let's say Mahantosh. Now I'll try to connect through Mahantosh. See, error connection is not possible. The remote connection was denied because the username is not there. Okay, no problems. If I add Mahantosh into the groups, let's try. Mahantosh is the part of Yeah. Clear? Is it clear to
Yes.
everyone? That means NPS applying the policy once you are adding them into the groups. So that is complete VPN chapter we ended. Any doubt, let me know. Tomorrow we will start group policy. But before that, I will show you one AD troubleshooting that is more vitals, and it is a quite often interviewer will ask you the question. Is that clear to everyone? Is it clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Anand,
Yes.
Mantesh, Mantosh, Ranga.
Yeah. Clear, Siddharth.
Yeah, clear Siddharth.
Siddharth, have we disabled firewall in DC?
Yeah, definitely. Firewall always be disabled because firewall
If
is
it is enabled, which port should be opened here to communicate?
okay. In that case, you have to do some study and you have to know which port they are connecting, and that port you have to do by expression.
Oh,
See, general, I'm telling you, boss. This is the Windows firewall. No one company can use it because this is very weak firewall, and this firewall can save you from the internet. That's it. Every company they have firewall device itself, and that devices won't create any problems while you are connecting the machines. Inside that firewall can protect all these machines from the internets, but individually you have not to enable the firewall inside the machines. Inside this machine, firewall is very weak and intentionally create lots of trouble while you are connecting each other. So that is why it's recommended to leave it whatever it is, stop it, because we have a dedicated firewall inside our office premises. Clear? Okay, fine, guys. I'm ending my session and give it to you that video.
Okay.
Tomorrow we will connect at sharp at 11. Okay, bye.
tomorrow, shall we do practical or in class only?
Class only.
Okay.
Yes.
I need some questions for related interview questions for VPN.
Yes. So in VPN generally I'm telling you, very few of the interviewer having good knowledge on VPN. I'm damn sure. 99% interviewer, if you ask you, they will ask you the question from Windows and AD. None of them having knowledge on VPN and radius server NPS policies.
Okay. Some related questions just like the VPN, how to work in
Okay.
VPN.
So related question, there is a 3 question is fair enough. They will ask you what is NPS server?
Okay.
NPS, that means network policy access servers. Through this you can create the policy and streamline your encryptions or streamline your networks so that you can change the protocol, authentication protocol, encryption protocols, and let's create the policy, and that policy you can apply through this VPN, right? Next one is ask you what are the prerequisites is required to create the client VPN access.
Okay.
Third one is required how you can create that your what are the prerequisites to create the VPN servers. That's
Like the
it.
prerequisites, just like the hardware and network both are, no?
Sorry, I'm not getting what?
Prerequisites, just like the port number.
No, prerequisites for what are the things is required to create the VPN server. What are the things you did here? You first need a domain controller.
Yeah.
First you need a NIC card which is connected to your base machine to internet. That means WAN connections, domain controllers. Next is you have to need direct access VPN client, VPN installations, direct access VPN installations, routing servers, and then
Okay.
NPS, and then fine, your machine will connect it.
Okay. Done it.
Do you understand what is the difference using VPN and non-VPN?
Yeah.
That means if we are working inside the office, that means we are the part of office networks,
Yes.
right? No doubtly you can access all your company assets.
Right.
Now think of it, those are the VIP persons. They are moving around the world for the business, from US to Europe, from Europe to APAC, from APAC to Middle East, wherever they are traveling all the world. They need to have access to the company portals, right?
Yes.
So definitely how come they will access? Through VPN? That I show you, na, because first I have showing you that I've created one website inside the domain controller on your company domain vt.coms, and through this the VPN the site the internet is accessing fine inside the servers. So if you are part of this domain, that means 10.10 networks, if you are part of this, you can easily access it. Now think of it, those are the VPN client, that means this can the client. Normally they cannot access that websites, but once you are connected to through the VPN, you can able to access the company networks as well as company assets. And later on, we have created NPS, network policy servers, through which we can create one groups, align them groups to the network policy, and after that, whoever wants the VPN access, will just add them into the VPN groups.
Okay.
So that he can able to access the connection wherever they need.
Okay.
Any doubts, guys?
No, thank you.
Perfect. So, okay. So I'm sending my ending the video, training this, and I'll sending it. Bye.
Okay.